Earlier today, I couldn't join at the time we agree on the schedule, but I called the students and they say that they will join me at this time. So I will hope they will join. I was hoping that they will join, but I've been waiting quite a lot, a little longer. So I'm gonna start by explaining what was the purpose of the class this earlier today. So for a start, I'm gonna introduce myself. I am Lady, and I'm gonna explain to you today on the exam for the exam preparation, the speaking ability. So I prepared some few activities and a dynamic class for you today. So let me start by sharing my screen so you can see mm, the class, of course. So let me just put this a little bigger and prepare everything that so you can see the whole presentation. Eh, okay, so like I just mentioned before, today I was preparing this class about English speaking exercise for B2 B2 level. So let me introduce what was the purpose of the activity for today. Uh, First of all, for warm up activity, I designed these cards, and you have on these 6 cards that I have here. Pick one, and tell me about it. And having like a fluent conversation between you and me, and practicing our conversation, our fluency, our vocabulary, and training. So, for example, um, what sport is about sports? Let me tell you that. So, for example, what sport are you doing to do next weekend? What is the most popular sport in your country? For example, that is one. Which sport do you think is most physically demanding? That is another question. What are the benefits of participating in the team sports? And the other one is, what are the benefits of participating in individual sports? So you might get confused and think that, oh, but this is the same question. No, if we take a look through the picture, uh, the first one, it says in team, meaning with more people. And this one says individual. So those are tricky questions. Like you might think that, oh, but I just read this and turns out it's not, it's completely different. So that is like a tricky question there. And also the last one, how has technology influenced the way we play today? Trick question also. So that was the warm up activity to break it down a little bit on the speaking and trying to train our vocabulary, our fluency, our confidence to talk to other people in English. So that was that. Let's move on. There we have the first activity that is about complete the sentence about a photo with the words below. So we have looks, most likely, say something, and let me just move this so I can see the other ones, sort of, and sure. So we have like 6 sentences with some spaces between some words, and the idea was to fill them in and see if that makes sense, if that is correct, or maybe this one, or maybe the other one. So that was that. This one as a first activity. It will train us to think and also to speak because we need to read the sentence and then complete them. And we have some pictures. We have the picture A that I just mentioned on the instructions. That is the one with the one who's gonna work, at least for this activity, the first one. So we have 2 pictures, and about the picture has to be with the text. So that was the first activity. The second activity is to match the gaps in the sentence. So we have 5 sentences again with the word and phrases below A to F. So we have in the blue one some words that we need to complete the sentence. So again, in this case, we want to be working with the a picture, and so we have to take a look and trying to help to fit in the sentence. So that was that. And this activity 3 is like some speaking strategy that I will explain to you to get more confident, more fluent, more expand our vocabulary, and having more options when we want to talk, be specific and trying to communicate and to be able to express ourselves also. So first of all, when you talk about a forum, try to use a range of adjectives. For example, extreme adjectives can make your description more expressive. So we have a trick tip here. Adjectives will help us to get more easy to communicate and express ideas. Or in this case, particularly to describe a picture, a photo. So that is that. And the activity number 3, I prepared for you this, that is like you're planning a day. We have a sentence, a short sentence, like a little test. So the idea was you to read it, right? And then answer the below questions. So we have you're planning a day out with friends on your birthday. Discuss with your friend what you're going to do. Give the reasons for your opinions. Agree on an activity. So we have read the speaking strategy and the text above. We just read the speaking strategy and then listen to a student doing the task. Which four of the extreme adjectives below does she use? Match them with the adverbs from the sentence 1 to 4. So we have absolutely, really, completely, and thoroughly. And we have awful, delighted, ecstatic, exhausted, fascinated, hilarious, miserable, starving, terrible, terrified, thrilled, and wonderful. So we need to match those adjectives with the ones in the blue section. So for absolutely, which one do you will think that it will match perfectly in this case? Okay, that was the third activity. Unfortunately, I don't have any students to try it out, but okay, I hope that the next session somebody will join actually. So let's move on to the next one. Sorry, give me a second. Yeah. In activity 4, I actually have prepared some in a website, some audio that we need to listen and which two of the points to A from A to C does the student mention in answer to the question in the task. So the idea was to play the audio and trying to find it out the right answer. So in this case, we are practicing our listening too. And also the speaking because the idea was you to read the questions below. So unfortunately, it's not part here, but okay, that's okay. So let's move on to the funny activity. Take a little break from the stricter ones. Here, I have a twister tone for you. And the idea is that repeat each tone twister 3 times as fast as possible and without making mistake. So the one who did it more accurate will be the one who won. So we have the easy, the average, and difficult. So you will decide it yourself which one you want to work with and try to say, just turn your mic and speak. That was a funny activity. And in activity number 5, I have look at the task and the photos below, then read the questions. So compare the photos, then give your own opinion about whether celebrities should spend more time with their fans, or what do you think about it? So I have 4 questions for you that you will should answer them, giving your own opinion. And that was all. Thank you for watching this session, and I hope it was helpful for you.